back to the chaos. So if you're wondering why it looks like I'm standing in a brand new empty bedroom, it's not because we bought a new house, it's because we have a water leak. So if you look at the carpet, all of this dark colored stuff, those aren't footprints or some weird carpet design. That is all water. So I've never done an official house tour on the channel, but this is a bathroom that you're seeing to the right here. And we think the bathtub itself is leaking possibly, but this bedroom backs up to the bathroom and it extends all the way out into this little hallway and goes all the way into the room and into the closet, which this closet backs up to the shower head. And the drywall and like the baseboards seem to be okay. So originally like the plumber was thinking that it might actually be like the pipes that go like vertical up to your shower head, but none of the drywall seems damp or anything. I mean, I don't know about like behind, but I feel like with this much water, it would have seeped through. So I'm hoping and thinking it's like one of the pipes that actually just kind of runs along like the floor joist before it actually makes the turn to go up towards the shower. But I guess, yeah, we'll find out. But I feel like one, that's easier to get to, and you don't end up having to cut like a hole in the drywall to get to the pipes. And because it is easier to get to, it'd be a cheaper fix. So that's what, fingers crossed, that's what is going on. I know one thing, Charlie doesn't seem to mind the little lake we have going on in our back bedroom. He likes to splash around in it and walk around and leave little footprints around the house. We've got the room cleared out. We're gonna have like some restoration people come today, figure out what the heck's going on, as well as a plumber to stop the leak. So we've got the water turned off, which living without water, man, it's tough. But to begin with, I was blaming the dog. Poor Charlie, I thought he had peed on the floor because it started out as just like a little puddle on the floor. And so went clean that up, and I was like, man, you know, it's weird because these are like our guest bedrooms, so we don't use them that often, but for whatever reason, like I just happened to come in here and realized, yeah, there was like a little puddle on the floor. Cleaned it up with a carpet cleaner, let it dry throughout the day. Before we went to bed, Slam was like, went to turn the fan off because I left the fan running to dry out the carpet cleaner. And she's like, holy cow, did you use the whole bottle, dude? Like, what are you doing? I was like, dang, I didn't think I used that much. But, so we left the fan running all night long on it, toweled up that night, like whatever we could get up. And I mean, I was like, dang, I really didn't think I used that much. But, because I mean, it took 2 or 3 towels to get it dry. And so I was like, that must be some strong carpet cleaner. But we cleaned it up really good that night, went to bed, left the fan on it, woke up the following morning, and which was yesterday, and realized that it wasn't just a little puddle. We got like lake chaos going on over here. So we've now, yeah, pulled all the stuff out of the room because I have a feeling at this point like it's gonna be gutted. As far as, I'm really hoping like the actual like subflooring is gonna be okay, but definitely probably new carpet, padding, and then like the insulation underneath the house, because that's the problem too, and I'll show you in a second. But it's pooling water in the crawl space. So the joys of home ownership, they say buy a house, they say it'll be fun, they say, but these are little things you have to deal with, unfortunately. So it comes with the territory. And again, life is full of chaos, just gotta roll with it. So we're trying to get it hooked up and fixed today. And this is our crawl space. And as you can tell, there's water dropping. I don't know if you can hear it, and you see the puddle that's formed right in here. But that's not supposed to be the case. So I think all that insulation is shot, and I just wonder how much of the subfloor will be still intact. But because there is so much water, I don't know exactly where it's coming from. And because it is so wet and disgusting with no water, I can't shower. So I didn't feel like crawling under there. I figured I can't fix the problem, so we'll get a professional out here and see what they say. But that is definitely not what the underside of the house should look like. It should be dry as a bone. I'm also learning a lot about insurance as things go along. So insurance will not cover like the actual whatever, if it's the water pipe that burst, they won't cover that being fixed. They will only cover whatever is actually damaged, which that seems crazy to me, like why they wouldn't just pay for everything. But apparently that falls under, you have to have a home warranty to cover like things that break, such as like the water pipe. It doesn't seem to make sense. Like, I don't know, insurance is such a money game anyway, so they want any loophole to get out of stuff. So we're gonna have to eat the cost. So I'm really hoping it's an easy fix, because we'll have to eat the cost of like the plumber to actually fix the leak, to turn the water back on. And then from that point, all the damage the water actually caused, then the insurance will cover that. Of course, after a $1,000 deductible. Woohoo! 2020, I don't know about y'all, but 2020 is a wild one. And also too, you don't realize how much stuff you actually have until you're down a room and you have to pull everything out of one room and spread it out throughout the rest of the house. It's a lot. And especially because I had some boxes stored back there in the closet, so anything on the floor got soaked. So of course you gotta open up the boxes, see what's in it, and pull everything out. So now we have a giant display, which is kind of cool. It's kind of like Christmas. There's a lot of these things I haven't seen in years, but pulled it all out. Luckily, nothing seemed to be damaged. So it's literally just the carpet in that bedroom is what I'm hoping. Again, the subflooring maybe we'll find out. But as far as like my actual like stuff, my knickknacks and all that kind of crap that you just hang on to, none of that seems to be damaged. But look at all the chaos around the house. So it pretty much was like Christmas opening up some of these old boxes, because I found a lot of the toys and stuff from my childhood that had been boxed away. Here's our water shutoff valve, and that is our culprit. That's where it's leaking. After a very hectic day one, all the guys, the plumbers have left, the restoration people have left. We have water again, thank goodness. So that was one of the best showers, because yesterday once we figured out there was a leak and trying to pull up all the furniture and salvage every little thing that was touching the floor, and then having to move everything out of that bedroom, man, worked up a sweat and wasn't able to shower. So I feel a lot better. The plumbers, they weren't here 45 minutes tops. They were able to find the leak, thankfully, pretty quickly, and it was an easy fix. So where that water, like the emergency kind of water shutoff valve to the house, that ended up being the problem. There was like basically one of the elbows went bad. So that's where the leak was coming from. So they were able to fix it in no time flat, got the water turned back on, so we're good to go there. They did have to cut the sheetrock in order to figure out where the leak was and to fix it. So I wasn't really thrilled with that, but it was best case scenario, because this is the bottom of the closet where the hole is, and there'll be like a little hideaway panel that we can pop off in case we ever need to shut the water off again. So all in all, that was probably best case scenario for what's going on. Next step, I'm not really sure. This will set up 4 or 5 days, letting everything dry out. They got, yeah, the dryers. They got like heaters, all kinds of equipment set up basically to dry everything out, and then we'll kind of figure out what needs to be replaced. But as far as like my stuff, yeah, I was able to salvage all that. But it's just, I think we'll be able to reuse the carpet potentially, but all the padding underneath the house, they've got equipment set up as well to pull the water out of there, dry all that up. So it'll need at least new padding for the carpet. Hopefully the floor, like the subfloor, that's what they're hoping to dry out, so hopefully that doesn't have to be replaced. Vinyl for the bathroom, and then like insulation underneath the house. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that's it. I mean, that is a lot, but could have been a whole lot worse. Also, I feel like for the plumber, we got off good because, as I was stating before, insurance doesn't cover their bill, so it was $245. So all things considered, I feel like that's best case scenario. I mean, I was really thinking it was gonna be thousands. So considering we got off that lucky, I'm happy. Doing our very best to remain positive through this whole situation, because I mean, it is hectic and obviously nobody wants a situation like this, but what can you do? I mean, you just gotta roll with it. So stay tuned, we'll get you part 2. I'm just gonna kind of update as things go along. So hopefully one of the next updates will be putting stuff back together and making it look good again. Thank you all for watching. If you will, subscribe to the channel. It's not only full of car stuff, there's chaos throughout your entire life. So please subscribe. We'll catch you in the next one.